Hello, all. Welcome to Harvest Technologies. Today, we are going to discuss in Python programming language. There are four data objects are existed. One is list. Second one is tuple. Third one is dictionary. The fourth one is sets. Today, we are going to discuss about a list. So, what is this list? To store the data, to store the data, more than one element if you want to store in any object, that object is called as a list. So here we are going to create a list. So L1 equal to using a square brackets. Here I am using a square brackets to store more than one element, 10, 20, and 30, and 40, and 50. So as and when you create a list in Python programming language, here you need to identify, here indexes are going to create for each and every element. Indexes will start, positive indexes start from 0, 2, and 3, and 4. There are 5 elements I have stored in the list, and their index is started, positive index, from 0 to 4. And we have a negative indexes, -5, -4, -3, -2, and -1. These are the negative indexes. These are positive indexes. Negative and positive indexes. Indexes. These indexes are used to retrieve the elements from the given list. See here, as and when you create a list, here positive indexes, negative indexes, and this list will store like this. Like this. Every list will have a one address, a 10, and finally you can see 50, and this is the reference of the list. And here 1001 is going to be a list address ID, and here you will see 20, in the same way 30, 40, 50. 0 is the positive index, and finally 4 is the positive index. This is the negative index. This is the minus. But whatever we see here, so here little bit mistake is there. The mistake is nothing but this 10 is not existed here. 10 is available in separate memory block. There is a 10. There is a 10. So for each element of list is available in the memory block. This list 1, this is the reference. L1 of 0 is 10. And we will see here one more reference for the same 10 value, that is L1 of -1. Okay, what is address here? Address could be like this, 5001. Whatever the address is there for 10, this is a different address for 10 element only. This is the address for L1 only. Every list element is available in the memory with its own memory block, and it will have its own address. And here you will see it will maintain the address of the 5001. And how to create this list, how to access the data, how to get the elements using index numbers, how to apply a slicing, there is a concept. We'll see everything practically. So this 10 is available separately memory block. This address is different. The address of this list is different. And the data type of the list is different. And the data type of the list element is the different. And let us see practically this. Here I'm creating L1 equal to 10. We are using a square bracket to create a list in the Python programming language. Now look at here. L1 has been created. L1, and once you create the L1, print L1. Did you see? So this is the data which existed. And every element has a index number, positive as well as negative. To get the retrieving the element retrieving the element using index number. How we can do this? So now L1 is a object name, index number is a 0. Yes, if you execute this cell, you will see the element. In the same way, L1 minus minus 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So same thing. So I told you earlier, one element will have a address, positive index number as well as negative index numbers. So if you observe id, id will give you address of object in Python programming language. If you run this, what is going to happen? Here, this is the address of the L1 object, and when you see this L1, I want to see the address of this L1. ID of L1 of 0 address. See, observe here 2033 is the address of L1, 1408 is the address. As earlier we discussed, the elements of the list are available in the memory. Their addresses are different and list address is different. And not only that, we will identify. Type is a function to know the data type of any object in the Python programming language. So what is the data type of L1? List. And what is the data type of L1 of 0? First element is an integer. So L1 address, L1 address is list. L1 elements, L1 data type is a list. L1 elements type is a different. L1's elements data type is different. You can create a with list with other things like a Python string, so Java, then and Django. Yeah, shift enter to run this cell and see here. So we have created a list with strings, and you can create a list with mixed objects also. What are those? Mixed elements like 100, 101, then Ramu, then the course is Python, and this is the float value. Time is 1040 and 6000 rupees. So I want to store entire course information into one list. So here it is integer, it is string, it is a float, and it is integer. So see, type of L3 is what? List. Type of L3 of 0. Type of L3 of 1 is string. This is integer, this is string. So we can create a list with any type of data. So this is the only way to create the list. And second way of creating a list, L4 equal to, there is a class called as a list class in Python programming language. Using this also I can create a list. Here I want to provide the data. How can I provide the data? This way. See now, so L4, if you run this, so the data whatever we have provided for this class is created a list. This is another way of creating a list using class. And now, whatever the list we have L1, so you can get the elements using index number, as well as you can get the data more than one element. With using index number, I can retrieve only one element. If I provide a slicing, if I provide a slicing, so I can get the data more than one element, we can retrieve. The slicing address is slice address object, open the square brackets, and from where you want to provide get the data, start value provide, and column and stop. So you need to provide the stop value, and then yeah, this is equal to, and this is also and step. How you want to retrieve the data? Step is 1. So the default value of start is 0. The default value of stop is 0. The default value of step is 1. Start will talk about from where I can retrieve the data, and stop will talk about how can I from up to this is 0 here. By default value is end value. That means if you don't provide a start, if you don't provide a stop, then it will retrieve the data from 0 to end. And step will concentrate how to retrieve the data one by one element or skipping each and every element. Okay, no? Then what is this? L1. So list is the data. So L1, open this, and don't provide any start stop step, then automatically it will take 0 start value. End value is going to be the last value, last index number, and step one by one retrieve. You can see the data. So, and one more example. So here also same thing, and one more example. Here also same thing. Step is 1, which is default value. You provide, don't provide, doesn't matter. But if you provide, I'm not providing here start value, stop value. This is step value. That means I want to skip 20 and 40. You will see what is the data here. So this is a called as a slicing. In a slicing, if you provide, if you want to, if you provide negative, stepping negative, then you will get the data from reverse order. First element, second element, third, fourth, fifth, like this. This is the reverse order. Same thing you can provide here. Look at here, 2. So what is this? Skipping in the reverse order one by one. Skipping 40 and 20. You can see 50, 30, and 10. So this slicing is available in each and every iterable object. List is a iterable object. That means we can retrieve the elements from the list. And second thing, so every list will have a methods. Every list will have a methods. If you provide dot, these are all the methods. So list methods are available. So we can apply the list methods on the list, and from the list, okay, from the list. So L1 this one. I want to change the value from 10 to 100. L1 of 0 equal to 100. If I give like this, after providing this, so what is happening here? I am able to change the value of a 10 into 100 this way. And now 0 index value existed here, so it is changed. But here if I give 0 index, 1 index, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to give a 5. If I give a 5 equal to then 60, which is not existed here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only, but I'm giving a 5. Now what happened? If the index number is not existed, it is not going to add the 16 into this one. Okay, if index number is existed, that value will be changed by providing another value. So this is about a list, how to create, how to get the elements, and slicing, indexing, creating a list with the list class, and what are the data type of the list, what are the data types of the elements, and where elements are available separately. The list place is different, list elements are different. List will maintain the only addresses of the every element. So this is about a list. And the next video we'll discuss about list methods. Thank you guys.